Savage and J Lava is in a fucking building with the Keep It P podcast, motherfucker.
Von Savage and J Lava on the new podcast. They Keep It P podcast, where they take news, situations, and everyday occurrences and show how one could or could not be keeping it P.
I'm keep it P. As a matter of fact, keep it P, but then again, keep it PG, PE. Alright, it's Professor Griff. I'm out of here.
B1 to the family. This is Kendra Blackwood with B1 News and Information. The segment where I chop you up with game. But before I get started, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, the Hot Lava Music TV YouTube channel, Von Savage Media YouTube channel, and all the channels on the network. And with that being said, man initially charged with 240 child sex crimes gets decades in prison for extremely disturbing repeated rapes of minor. There are that many that mean this is not his first time. This is one sick bastard. Anyway, a Pennsylvania man was given a sentence of 20 to 40 years in prison for the extremely disturbing rapes of a minor that began when she was 9 years old and continued on for several years after that. In June, Francis Colin Vetter, 35, was found guilty of 35 counts related to the grooming and sexual assault of the female victim. Lackawanna County prosecutors originally charged the defendant with more than 200 child sex crimes. Eventually, the charges against Vetter totaled 240 after he was accused of attempting to obstruct the child abuse investigation and for the corruption of minors over 5 years. The defendant was also accused of sex crimes related to a minor male in which he allegedly showed a 9-year-old pornography and instructed him to have sex with a 10-year-old. Vetter was found not guilty of 3 out of 4 of the charges related to the boy. A jury, however, found Vetter guilty of a bevy of crimes and every single charge involving the girl, including child rape, statutory sexual assault, involuntary deviate sexual intercourse, and obstructing a child abuse investigation. He faced a sentence of 400 years in prison. Describing his crimes as heinous and beyond comprehension, Lackawanna County Judge Andy Jarbala sentenced Vetter to a prison term substantially on the lower end of potential possibilities, according to the Scranton, PA.based Times-Tribune. During trial, the female victim, who is now 15, told the jury she was sexually abused by Vetter at least once a month over 5 years, starting when she was 7. At first, the girl said, Vetter began showing her pornography. That quickly escalated to her being forced to perform oral sex on him in his car and at residences in the Poconos. When she 9, the testifying victim said, Vetter first had intercourse with her, assaults that continued until she was 12 in late 2018. He said not to tell anybody because he could get into a lot of trouble, she said during testimony in which the judge repeatedly reminded her to keep her voice up so that she could be heard. Once a month, maybe twice a month, she said when asked by Deputy District Attorney Sar Varela how often the assaults occurred. In early 2019, the girl said she finally told a family member about the sexual assaults and abuse. She was quickly interviewed by the Children's Advocacy Center of Northeastern Pennsylvania, where doctors discovered that she tested positive for the presence of chlamydia. Pennsylvania State Police said that Vetter also tested positive for the same sexually transmitted infection. Well damn. And you out here with the heebie-jeebies just passing it around. Just wow. Anyway, it goes on to say, Vetter was arrested and charged soon thereafter. Defense attorney Joseph Dandria pressed the girl about 2 letters she signed in which she disclaimed the sexual assault and abuse. The victim disavowed the contents of those letters and said she had defectively signed them under duress, admittedly writing one while not really even knowing what was in the second such letter, which was submitted to the Lackawanna County District Attorney's Office. I was in a place where everyone was against me, she said. It was easier for me to say it didn't happen. The defense also unsuccessfully argued that the 2 child victims had been manipulated by other adults to falsely accuse Vetter. Lies and deception are the essence of reasonable doubt, Dandria said, accusing the children of acting on survival instincts against family members who had collected a vendetta against his client. Prosecutors dismissed those efforts. The defense would have you believe chlamydia was running rampant among preteens at the girls' middle school, Varela scoffed. It's time for someone else to stand up for these kids, Varela added during the state's closing argument. The abuse, the manipulation, the betrayal, it can stop here in this courtroom. After the 4-day trial, Vetter was found guilty the next day. As he should have been a long time ago. Anyway, keep that same energy. Pull up season on you sucker MCs. Don't forget. jlava.com. tzvonsavage.com. keepitppodcast.com. Love. Peace. Blessings.
Music TV.
Ways for you to run my cash.
check, tryna bring it back, tryna bring it back, tryna bring it back. I bring it back like I took you from the premises. I bring it back like it's stolen from my nemesis. I bring it back. Shawty bang my line. You can holler at me later. Shawty bang my line. Shawty bang my line. Bang my line. You can holler at me later. Shawty bang my line. You can catch me on the book or DM me at IG. Consider me. Look, I don't play with this shit. You don't even know what I gave to this shit. Self-made with this shit. I slay with this shit. Been a lot of roads I done paved with this shit. Look.
Taking flight, changing life in one night. By 2 a.m. if you do it right. Up late like nigga night. Small fish, big appetite. Get an extra 4 if you whip it right. Got good gas and it's light bright. Got big balls and a good pipe. One call and it's
on a wave, then you could just go and say, this is a possible way for me to go and lay. Man, I knew it was something, couldn't ignore it. It was faith, it was faith. Flowers in this bitch, and I definitely belong here. And now that I'm here, I'ma change.
yeah, I'm an animal, red gorilla. I eat your dog, your poochie. Get what you're gonna get, front and center.
Which I grew up living life, which I knew, standing on my toes, graduated with my honors. THC scientific, getting to what's the plan? C, throw the kickback, sit back, throwing kicks on, give it a applause.